Hello and welcome. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Espire range, more specifically, Tim, the carbon monoxide range, the different options that are available to us and the regulations that are associated with them. So where would you like to start? What's the main driver for this?
Okay. There are two ways in which we might use a CO detector. We may use a CO detector to detect the products of combustion from a fire, but we would need to have a detector that is to a slightly different standard. However, when we want to look at a device that would detect the products of incomplete combustion from perhaps a gas fire, a gas cooker, a coal fire, something like that, and the buildup of carbon monoxide, then a CO detector 25291 is a perfectly good thing. And they can be interconnected to a fire detection and fire alarm system.
Okay, so do they have to have any sort of differences from that though? Do they have to have maybe a different sound or maybe a different look or different feel?
They can look very much the same. They look like a means of detection. They don't have to suddenly sort of announce, "Look at me, I'm different."
Very similar to what we can see here, because you can see on the front of the box that we've got them looking very similar.
Yeah. I mean, I would say make sure you pick the right one, get the colour right, and read the bits on the side to give you a clear way of selecting the right one for the right purpose. But they are not there to detect a fire.
Okay.
It is incomplete combustion, but the sound can be the same in that sense.
Okay, so where would we be likely to see one of these sighted? Would we be seeing them in a bedroom, for argument's sake, or?
You could do simply because you could put them anywhere in that sense. But the primary purpose is where you have a source of fire, for example, legitimate fire, not because of a fire that we don't want, but in a place, for example, like I say, gas fire, coal fire, anywhere like that. Then you would put something like that in. That being said, if you have a house where they keep lobbing candles and the like, then stick one in there as well, because that's always worthwhile.
So 5839 Part 6, Tim, we have gradings in there. Now, I know that this is not quite the same when it comes to carbon monoxide detection, but we do see the battery and the mains. So is there a reason why we need to think about it when maybe we're introducing it into a D1 or an F1 type of system when it comes to 5839 Part 6? What do we need to consider?
Yeah. I think that's perfectly fair. I think if you've got a D1 system that's being installed, then you really want to be selecting a carbon monoxide alarm for a D1 system. The things hang together, and if it's simply battery powered and you're into an F1 system, then you would select an F1 arrangement quite simply for that reason.
But that's not definitive, is it? You don't have to have it if you've got hardwired detection in the property for smoke or heat. You don't have to have that as a interconnection. Different standards, they are separate from each other. But it might be something that's sort of advantageous to do so, because once your smoke goes off your CO, it's going to give you a greater level of protection, more sound coming from the detectors.
And I suppose that sense of because it's an alarm, it will do its job in terms of giving warning, and any sound to get people out in an emergency is a good sound. So yes, absolutely. So if you're going to put a D1 system in, put a D1 CO detector in combination with it. Okay,
so that's the carbon monoxide range from Espire. In the next video, Tim, we're going to be looking at the features and benefits of all of the products. Don't forget, like, subscribe and share, and we'll see you on the next one.